As I said at the beginning, the topic that we have taken is marriage. Marriage is honorable to all. Marriage, an institution, is an institution instituted by God, where the man will leave his father and mother and joins his wife. The woman will leave her father and mother and joins with their husband. They are no more called two, but one. This particular institution is not man's idea. This is God's idea. God is the one who instituted this marriage. But marriage is heavily attacked. Not only now, it has been under attack for all these years. Even during Jesus' time, that was a big topic. Yes, divorce is happening. Divorce is happening even among Christians. I'm not here to talk about the pain people go through while they are in the process of divorcing or when they are divorced. I'm not here to make a judgment, nor I am here to condemn someone. People who go through it will only know the pain of it. So let me not go into that. Even Jesus did not go into that. But let's talk about marriage. Let's talk about the institution of marriage, which is held high among the human beings. Pharisees came to Jesus with a question. Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife? Is it a genuine question? I don't think it's a genuine question. They know how to handle it. They know when it comes to divorce their wives, they know how to handle it. But they wanted to trap Jesus. It is something like, is it lawful? Is it right to give taxes to Caesar? Yes or no question. If you say yes, you are in trouble. If you say no, you are in trouble. So that's how they asked this question to Jesus. In fact, they asked this question to trap Jesus. John the Baptist had the similar experience. He spoke against Herod Antipas, who took the wife of his brother Philip. And that brought problem to himself. He spoke against Herod Antipas and he said, it is not correct for you to take your brother's wife, which caused problem. He ended up giving his life for it. So the Pharisees knew that Jesus can be easily trapped if this particular question is brought before Jesus. Now, when this question is asked, they also asked in a different way. If you read the similar passage in Matthew Gospel, Matthew puts something more. They came to Jesus and asked like this, is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for any cause? For any cause. They added it. Because during Jesus' time, there were two main schools of thought. Two rabbis were very famous, Hillel and Shammai. Shammai has got a very orthodox view. There they said you cannot divorce your wife unless it is related to adultery. Unless she was not faithful, you cannot divorce. That's Shammai. But then the other group, Hillel, they came up with several liberal views. They said, yes, if your wife is not cooking food, if she's not taking care of you, you can divorce her. If she speaks to a strange man, yes, you can send her away. If she speaks disrespectful to your family members, yes, you can divorce her. If she is a quarreling woman, you can get rid of her. So the Hillel group, they gave a liberal understanding to it. So when Pharisees asked this question, they asked this question on this backdrop. What are you going to say? What reason we should divorce the wife? Jesus is not answering to that question. In fact, Jesus avoids that particular direction. He asked this question. In fact, what did Moses say? What the commandment says? They should have pointed out to the story of creation, but they did not go there. They said, yeah, Moses gave us the permission to divorce our wives. Jesus got a little bit of annoyed, and he said, it's not because it is there from the creation. It is all because your hardened heart that Moses gave the permission. In fact, he gave you the concession because of your hardened heart. But right from the beginning, that is not so. So Jesus pointed out what had happened in the creation. That's what we are going to look at very briefly, and then we will come to the end of our meditation. When we look at Genesis 1 and 2, there are two creation stories. The first creation story has got the detail of what did God do on every day. On the sixth day, he created human beings, male and female, in his image. On the seventh day, he rested. This story is very important because this story shows that God created human beings on the top order. Human beings are the crown of his creation. They are on the top. And when he created human beings, he rested. He rested means what, he is sleeping? No. He rested with them. He satisfied. And the purpose in which he created the entire world is fulfilled. So he stayed with them. That's the understanding. The second story, which is what we read today, Genesis chapter 2, God, it starts with mud. God now created God created Adam, and he showed everything to him. Nothing satisfied him. In fact, he brought animals before him, and nothing captured his attention. Something was certainly lacking. So God allowed him to take good sleep. He took one rib out of him and made Eve, made a woman. Now, when the rib went out of him, he became not a complete man. He was no longer whole or complete. But when he saw Eve was brought before him, there he said very beautifully, this at last is bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. Now I am complete. Now I am whole. When the bone went out of him, he was no longer complete. But when he saw the bone of his bones, the flesh of his flesh, he felt he is complete. That particular message is very clear. They are no more called two, but one. They become complete when they come and live as husband and wife. Now, all his physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual needs are fulfilled. It's vice versa. We normally give a lot of importance to the man, but it's now women also will be fulfilled in all areas. This is God's plan. That's what we have to hold on to. That's what we have to hold on to. In fact, when we read the gospel portion that was read to us, there Jesus is talking about care for marriage, care for children. Both go together. See, when we are born in this world, we did not have a choice of our parents. Parents are given to us. We did not have a choice. Our siblings are given to us. We did not have a choice. Our uncles, our aunties, our nephews, our nieces, all are given to us. We did not have a choice. But this particular relationship, the marriage relationship, we have asked for it. We chose the person. And God is pleased with that, our choice. And he rests among us in that relationship. God is pleased and he rests among ourselves. Since we have asked for it, since we have entered in it, we have to take care of this relationship. That's what Jesus is focusing here. You take care of the relationship. But God is willing to dwell with you so that this relationship be further developed. He is the designer of this relationship. Allow him to dwell in your marriage. I want to ask you this question. Have you prayed as a couple today? Do you come together as a husband and wife, pray together? Do you come together as husband and wife, read Bible together? Does God dwell in your marriage? He is wanting to rest in your marriage. And if you take care of your marriage relationship, then all other relationship you know how to handle. That's what here Jesus the passage points out. Care for marriage, which leads to care for children. Marriage is a hard work. You don't get ready-made husband in the world, nor you get ready-made wife in the world. You go to the world, you go to the mall, and you can see a person and catch the person into your hands. No, there's no perfect wife. There's no perfect husband. I have been married twice. I know it is not easy job. It's a hard work. But you have to work on that. You have to work on that. God has promised to give his presence in your marriage. I read something like 12 rules for a happy marriage. I'm not going to go for all 12 rules. I'm going to talk about only 4, and then I will close it. Never both be angry at once. Never both be angry at once. Remember, it takes 2 to make an argument. Number 2, never bring up a mistake of the past. Thirdly, never let the day end without saying at least one complimentary thing to your partner. Have you said anything good about your partner today? You have got another how many hours left? Think about some complimentary thing. When you have done mistake, talk it out and ask for forgiveness. May the dear Lord help us so that we take our marriage relationship seriously, and with God's help, we build our family. God bless us all. Amen.